Whenever you're sick again, I'll be there to help you, because I am a doctor, even if you might not believe it. All you'll ever really need is a little vitamin. Oh, God. That was so corny. Oh my God. I can't. I can't stop laughing.
Lives in a monochrome world, broken from the sight through her lonely eyes. It reflects the ocean and stars, but her cry echoes around the simple loss of love in her heart, making this whole fairy tale alive. Within sorrow's tender embrace, this was never meant to happen. The day, the only reason you have to stay. Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on. Cinderella, why don't you stay with me tonight? We will dance until midnight comes and we could run away. Oh, we will never ever be apart. Set aside all your fears, this magic lives inside of us. I am here, would you wanna stay with me tonight? Follow me, we will run across the bridge of fantasy. Oh, all the pain and sadness that you feel, believe in me, hold me close, don't ever let me go. Come and stay with me forever. Magic lives so long as I am here.
What's up, guys? My name is Angielle and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. So last we left off, Rumpel gained another memory, but it wasn't such a sweet one, sadly. Unfortunately. I was just a little peeved after that chapter, so kind of gave myself a little break, but now we're back, and yeah, at least he gained another memory. Oh, and we also learned the truth about us. Our mother is a witch, and we're a witch, and we're the Tumblr bearer, or the next one. Yeah, that's it. So let's just get right to it, because Rumpel always makes me feel better with his cheeriness and flirting. Let's continue. And you, my little sunflower, are just as radiant as always. Oh my, Rumpel. It's like that whole thing with Bria never happened. He's back to flattering every woman he meets. Overthinking again, princess? I just want to run into Karma's arms right now. I turn to see Karma grinning at me from where he sits at a table. Surprisingly, he's sitting with Jurian and Garland today, who are arguing about some kind of night stance. Okay. It's none of your business. No, it's not, but you have such a sad look on your face I had to ask. I'd appreciate you not staring at my face. I don't need to stare to see that you're in distress. I turn on my heels and begin to walk away, irritated. Even when I am among other people, it is impossible to forget the conversation I had with Parfait and Delora. It hovers at the back of my mind constantly. We have not spoken again since then, yet even now, I'm still taking in what they told me before. I mean, it takes time for you to take in what people tell you. You gotta, learn to accept the truth that they tell you. It may take some time, but you'll have to accept it at some point. My mother, the Tumblr bearer, and me, a witch. The reason others that have always feared me is because of my blood. I suppress a sigh as I attempt to return to my work. As the days go by, I notice myself becoming more and more agitated. Half of it is the recent history lesson, and the other half is Rumpel's flirting with that other woman. How can he just snap his fingers and get over Bria so quickly? If he flatters every woman, does that mean he does not really mean the things he says to me? I gather the plates off the counter and put them on a tray and take them to customers. Today, everything feels mechanical. For the last few days, I have been noticing that I walk more stiffly, and that if I walk too quickly, my vision blurs. Probably because of my overthinking. I stumble as I bring the tray to a familiar customer. The man looks up at me and asks if I am okay and murmur that I am before walking off. The blurriness comes back. What is wrong with me? I look over at Rumpel, who is at a table with two girls because his shift is over. Rather than boil over it on the inside, I feel myself getting warmer on the outside. My skin feels clammy. I have to force myself to take a breath as I get the next round of orders. My last order for the day is for one of the girls at Rumpel's table. I don't want to go over there. I start carrying the tray toward the table, biting down on my lip as the sway comes back into my step. As I draw closer, I notice Rumpel and the girls laughing about something. I grit my teeth and pause in front of them to lay down the tray. This isn't mine, it's my friend's. Yes, I was the one who ordered the soup. The two stare at me. Instead of handing the soup off, they wait for me to move the bowl. But before I can reach over and move it, Rumpel slides it over to the other girl himself. For a few moments, there's a fragment of a scowl on his face. How are you doing today, my sweet princess? When I think about speaking, the words that's what's happening right now to me. The words catch feebly in my throat. I turn to walk off. Princess? Still as cold as ice. The title Ice Princess definitely suits her. How can you dote on her, Rumpel? Despite the numbness of my mind, I still feel angry. I turn around so quickly that I make myself stumble. I feel myself teetering on the edge of falling, but something stops me. Warm hands reach out to grab mine before I can fall. Through my dizziness, I can see Rumpel standing in front of me. Princess, look at me. Oh god, okay, still uncomfortable with that. He puts a hand under my chin and angles my head so I can see him better. The expression on his face is suddenly serious. He looks at me for a few moments before he places a hand on my forehead. Princess, you have a fever. A really high fever, actually. You should go back to your room and rest. I'll drop by with some medication in a few minutes after I say goodbye to these ladies. I am fine. My voice comes out hoarse. Trying to clear my throat only makes me feel more miserable. Princess, you're not fine. You look like you're about to collapse. I will not collapse. I'm stronger than that. Mother taught me how to be strong. Mother. My thoughts become scrambled. Once again, my mind wanders, but this time I cannot keep myself steady as I try to walk away. Putting one foot in front of the other proves to be too difficult, and I once again feel myself start to stumble. Then I feel warm, this time in arms instead of hands. Ah, sweet little princess, what am I going to do with you? Oh my god, that's adorable! I'm just gonna, oh god. Rumpel! This is too cute! And oh god. Before I can understand what is happening, I am lifted off my feet. I feel an arm supporting my back and another supporting me beneath the crook of my knees. Warmth. Such a nice warmth. You really are stubborn, aren't you, Princess Rena? I guess I'll just have to carry you up myself. Safe. Okay. I want to do this. This is a nice thing, but I think we gotta be tsundere again. Dang it. Fine, we'll struggle. Let's see what happens. I cannot just let him carry me up like this. I attempt to move away from him, but my whole body is weak. This is all I can do to try to roll out of his arms, but even that does not work. If you fall, you will get a bump on your head, you know. I am not weak. I do not need anyone taking care of me. There are voices, an indistinct chattering behind him that belongs to the girls. Rumpel speaks in a low voice. Stubborn she may be, but my sweet princess is stronger than any other woman I've ever known. Aww. He pulls me closer to him, and I feel his chest at my head. Then his heart beat. I know you're strong, Princess. Stronger than anyone else, even. But because you are so strong, I know you'll never admit to needing a help. Oh, that is why I'm going to help you without permission. I'm sorry. Slowly, I let myself settle in his arms. I lean my head into his chest and listen to his heartbeat, in a gentle, sweet sound that makes me feeling like drifting into slumber. So warm. Ah, but not as warm as you are right now, Princess. Please stop. I am sick. Don't do that. Aww. His voice slowly begins to fade out as I close my eyes. For the time being, I stop caring about everything else around me. I forget about Mother, about my talk with Delora and Parfait about the crystal, the margin, and I focus on Rumpel. Is it so selfish to want to be the only person held like this by him, even when he was engaged to someone before? Slumber slowly reaches up to claim me, darkness intermingling with warmth. In that last moment, I think I see Rumpel smile at me. Oh, dream time. Mother, I have to tell you about the fairy tale that the children read to me today. Reno, what did I tell you about the fairy tales? But there was a princess just like me. She found her Prince Charming and... Fairy tales are not real. But they make really good stories, Mother. They are false stories. Do you really think it would be so easy to live happily ever after? No, but... Fairy tales make things black and white. Real life is full of grays. Black and white? Good and evil. No one is totally evil and no one is totally good. Even princesses are not completely just. So princesses can be bad? Rena, everyone has darkness to them. The princes that throw themselves into danger are not selfless. They seek wealth, fame, or power. You see, fairy tales are lies because no one is so selfless and so full of love. People are two-faced. Trust no one. Yes, Mother. No one will love you like I do. To find pure love like that is impossible. Uh-huh. Still hate her. I slowly blink my eyes open. For a few moments the room is blurry, and there's nothing but vivid colors before my eyes. My eyes feel heavy, my throat scratchy. I stifle a cough as I blink back tears. And then through my tears I notice a slight motion. Rumpel? Rumpel is slumped in a chair in front of my bed. His head is lolled to the side, his eyes closed. He remembers something in his sleep and then shifts. What's he doing here? I notice a notebook on his lap. And what is that journal? I slowly slide my hand out from underneath the covers and reach across the bed. Right as my fingers are about to brush the cover, Rumpel's hand suddenly falls on mine. Ah! This is so cheesy, yet it's cute. Looks like you're feeling better. He pulls his hand away along with the book, before carefully setting my hand back down on the covers. At least, you look better, but how you feel? Better. Rumpel looks tired, but his smile is still there. Oh, I won't believe it until I see it. You just said I looked better. That's my own analysis, but you, my sweet princess, don't sound very convinced. My throat is a little sore, and I think if I stood up I would fall over. Why do you look so surprised? You would usually never admit to such a thing, would you? You're still most definitely sick. Aw. Oh God, please, no. Rumpel leans forward to put a hand on my forehead. His hand is cool and on my hot skin. Our eyes lock as he tests my temperature. After a few moments, he finally peels his eyes away from me and sits back in his chair. Your temperature is down, but you definitely need rest, Princess. You should go back to sleep. And what, will you just sit there and watch me? The words come out clearer than I mean them to, and for a few moments, Rumpel looks surprised. Then he laughs. Princess, I haven't just been staring at you. I've been writing in my journal too. You have such a scary look on your face. Not that it isn't God dang it. Not that it isn't enticing, but I think your smiles are much better. I sigh as I close my eyes for a few moments. I fight to put my scrambled thoughts together, but one thought in particular keeps resurfacing. For some reason, I cannot help but remember the snide woman standing by Rumpel's side, jeering at me earlier. I open my eyes and look at Rumpel. Those women from earlier. Oh, right. I apologize for their impoliteness. The things I said to you were uncalled for, and I told them that. You flirt with women like that all the time. But why? They are not even good people. Not good people? But, well, I suppose they act differently when you're there. Princess Reina, you're blind to their jealousy, aren't you? You're jealous of me? Why? My mind turns over what they could possibly be jealous about as my eyes fall on Rumpel. I remember the way he defended me to the woman. Is it because you're my partner? It's a lot more than that. It's your grace, the noble way you carry yourself. I would never think that I have those qualities. But where else would their jealousy stem from? They're just jealous that I take your attention away from them. Princess, I think even if they were nice people, I do not see how you can flirt with them when you were just recently in love with someone else. Okay, hit the nail on the head. Normally I would stop talking, but the words continue tumbling out of me. I do not understand how someone like you who had a fiance could still be flirting with girls. How can you love someone if all you do is flirt with other girls? Flattery is just one thing, but you cannot just flatter every girl. Why are you still smiling at me? I may not remember a lot of things, Princess, but I know for certain that whatever feelings I had for Bria vanished a long time ago. The good ones, at least. Rumpel. The words break apart as I start coughing. Don't rile yourself up over this. Please rest. I slowly lean back into my pillows with my eyes half closed. Why do we even care about what Rumpel does? Why does it bother me that he flirts with other girls? Because you love him. That is his business. Rumpel pulls the covers closer to my chin and smiles. Just because I flatter other women, that doesn't mean that I can't love someone. You always say some woman has stolen your heart, but your heart cannot belong to everyone. Yeah, you told me you always speak the truth. Maybe that in itself is just a little white lie. Just some harmless dramatics. But most girls know that I'm being dramatic, Princess. They don't take my words so seriously, even if I do mean my compliments. He stares at me for a few moments, thoughtful. Does it bother you so much that I compliment other girls? Of course not! Lies! Though it would be difficult to hold my tongue, I will do it for you, Princess, so don't worry. Why would you do something like that for me? That's, I don't know. He likes you, I guess. We don't know for sure because he's still flirting. My eyes are suddenly so heavy that I have no choice but to close them as I let out a deep sigh. My head is beginning to hurt again. Behind my closed eyelids, I can hear a soft shuffle as Rumpel moves in his chair. Right before I fall back into darkness of sleep, I feel something warm and soft on my forehead. Rumpel? A goodnight kiss. Oh, that's so cute. His words are quiet, and I can only just barely make them out. I cannot think on them, but the pull of sleep is much too tempting. That's cute. It takes a while, but after several days, Rumpel finally allows me to go back to work. I cannot remember much of what happened when he was watching over me, especially that first day. It is all a little bit of a blur now, just like it was all a dream. Sorry. Ah, Princess, back up on your feet? Yes, I'm fine now. Oh, what a relief. Last I saw you, you looked quite pale. When? I dropped in to check on you in your room, but Rumpel was there. He told me that he had everything under control. Why did you need to check on me? Because I was worried, of course. Maybe you've been working too hard. No, I'm fine. Just tell me what things need to be done. Are you sure you're okay? She's fine, Anise. Dolores suddenly appears before me, smirking. The princess is sturdy and a little too stubborn to let a little sickness get her down. I have not spoken with Dolores and Parfait since that night when they decided to tell me about Mother. Just thinking about what they told me, it puts me on edge. Aw, Princess, why the sour expression? Allow me to calm you down with a little lullaby. Excuse me? Twinkle, twinkle, oh god, no, twinkle, twinkle, little star, no. How I wonder what you are. I'm like, trying to sing it, but like, no, my singing voice is bad. Anise, give me those work orders now. Up above the world so high. Anise! Oh, the table on the list are yours, Princess Rana. I quickly walk away from the bar and catch only the last little bit of Dolores singing. Like a diamond in the sky, God. She sang that the night I was cursed. Hearing her sing it again is infuriating. The song slowly fades from my mind as I go about my work for the day. I am still a little shaky on my feet, but not so much that I need to go back to bed. As I am walking around the bar, I catch snatches of conversation as I serve food. I hear the king has been meditating arguments between his two advisors. Ugh. Bitch face McGee is back at it again. and I shouldn't have said that, but oh well. That Mythos man? He reminds me of a snake, always smiling that slittery smile of his. You mean bitch face McGee, right? I'm sorry, that's his new nickname now. Okay? Okay. That one and Alcaster. Apparently there has been no end to their squabbles. Alcaster is a hoe. Bitch hoe. I don't know what to call him. I just hate him. The king missed his monthly visit to the town yesterday, didn't he? I wonder if he's sick. There's been no word from the palace, but I suppose he must have come down with something. Nothing would keep the king from visiting otherwise. What is going on in the palace? Ah, you heard about the incident with the royal guard? Apparently lots of them have been getting dishonorably discharged. Found doing something to dishonor the king's name. Huh? Like what exactly? Not sure. That information is still under wraps. I am walking forward, not watching where I'm going. When I collide with someone in my path, I feel a hand on my shoulder. And then another lifts my chin. If it isn't the lovely princess, you're looking a lot peachier today. Thank you, Rumpel. Because you're not as pale? Because the color's coming back into your skin? Oh, God. I'm still thinking of the king and the situations in the palace, and I barely hear Rumpel's words. It isn't until he leans closer to me and narrows his eyes as I realize he is so close. Please, no. Ah, now Sleeping Beauty is truly awake, and here I was hoping I would have an excuse to plant a little kiss on your lips, my sweet princess. Please don't! Not a single reaction today. Not a slight blush. Not a slap. Not... Are you still sick? Must I perform another examination? Examination? Yes, by looking closely at your face, into your eyes. How are you a doctor, Rumpel? Rumpel stares at me with surprise. I'm not sure where the question came from. Just that it was hovering in my mind. What? Princess, you wound me! I didn't mean to do that. I have not seen you do anything different from Anise. But my prescriptions! Even the people at the shop could tell us what medicines to buy. Fine, I'll show you. Rumpel's expression slips into something shockingly solemn. He looks at me gravely and extends a hand. If you would be so kind as to come up to my room. Does going up to your room have anything to do with work? Delora caught you! So funny. Delora appears before me again, this time without the snide smile. She raises an eyebrow. I don't think either of your shifts are over. She looks at me first. Also, I meant for the lullaby to inspire you, not to scare you, princess. For a few moments she looks concerned, which startles me. The lullaby is certainly associated with terrible memory, but the weight of that memory has dissipated over time, as has my anger at Delora. It is still there, but holding on to that anger does me no good. I sigh and shake my head. You have a terrible voice. Ah, there's the princess we all know and love. She crosses her arms. Anyway, you don't want me to sing you into action again, do you? Come to my room later then, princess. I'll show you proof. Proof? Then I am a capable doctor. Rumpel walks off, leaving me with Delora, who looks at me skeptically for a few moments. Something on your mind, princess? There were so many conversations I heard earlier, so many questions that I have. While I do not want to speak to Delora, I may as well ask her about something she might know. I overheard rumors about the palace. Did you now? We still haven't confirmed those rumors yet. Look, princess, I know it's not your nature to trust people, but trust Parfait and me at least. We'll let you know if something is up. I am ushered back to work, where I spend the next few hours searching for more information. Unfortunately, everything I hear is just speculation. Good work today, Rena. Has Rumpel already left? I think he went up to his room earlier. Thank you. Anise looks at me, curious. What? You and Rumpel have grown a lot closer, haven't you? Well, we are partners. But in the beginning, you didn't even want him as a partner. I mean, yeah. And now the two of you are friends? Friends? If Rumpel considers me a friend, that should make me happy, but for some reason it makes me feel empty inside. Why? What else could we be besides friends? Lovers, perhaps? My cheeks feel warm as I try to think beyond the idea of just being friends with Rumpel. I'm happy that the two of you get along. Anise, I need to go. I told him I would meet him for something tonight. Oh, okay. Sorry for holding you up. Anise scrambles off, leaving me by myself. I stand there for a few moments in an attempt to still my thoughts, and then I begin to make my way to Rumpel's room. Rumpel! The door swings open, and there stands Rumpel. With a dramatic bow, he ushers me inside before closing the door behind him. Okay? I wasn't entirely certain you showed up, princess. Normally when you go places with me, it's out of necessity. I only came to see this proof you insisted upon earlier. Proof that you are more than what you seem. He places a hand on my back and guides me over to a chair. He requests that I sit, and I do. Here it is, my proof. You try to read it while you were sick, too. Oh. Your journal? I've seen him write in this before, but I thought it was for his memories, not for doctor things. He barely even works on patients now. Rumpel's persistence strokes my curiosity, and soon I find myself flipping through the pages of the book. This was the journal you had when the merchant found you on the streets. You said it was empty then. It was. I had been filling things in from memory ever since I remembered my job. The book is filled with diagrams of the body, both inside and out. I have no idea what most of the words mean. That's true. That most people won't recognize it unless you learn a lot of science, I guess. What are all these smaller words here? Oh, parts of the pancreas. Not very fun to talk about. There's the papilla, the pancreatic duct. Why is it necessary to use such big words for such simple things? For clarification, sometimes when you diagnose a problem, it isn't as simple as telling a person that their heart is weak. Got you. I continue flipping through it, with Rumpel sometimes explaining things that are on the page, though I do not ask for the descriptions. Scattered throughout the journal are journal entries about his life. When I get to the last entry, I spell my name and begin to read, but before I can even get to the next word after my name, Rumpel has taken the journal from my hands. Sorry, Miss Sweet, but a man's words are sometimes all he has. Insult them and you break him from the inside out. He thinks I'm going to insult his writing? But what did you think? Aren't you impressed with my sophistication? My breadth of knowledge? My intricacy? I love you. He drew some pictures and wrote fancy words by them. But still, he's still a doctor. Oh my god, you wounded him. Princess. I cannot help the little laugh that escapes my lips. Immediately after I hear it, I feel myself flushing as Rumpel grips at me triumphantly. Your laughs are sweeter than honey, Princess. And because your voice is back and you're no longer sick, I can hear it in all of its fullness. He takes a step closer to me and reaches out to touch my cheek. I flinch in surprise but do not draw away. Whoa! The rapid beating of my heart is not altogether uncomfortable, even if it does confuse me. You know exactly what's going on, Lucette. He pulls his hand away from my cheek, then flicks my forehead. Hey! That's not fair. Don't do that. What was that for? I wanted to see the way your eyes glimmered. You looked oddly vacant there for a few moments. I open my mouth to speak again, but Rumpel surprises me by setting his finger on my lips. He inches closer to me, so close that I can feel his breath on my cheeks. When you don't speak, your eyes speak for you. You have beautiful eyes, you know. Save! We gotta be Tsundere! Remember that! We gotta be Tsundere! Gotta look away, look away. There he goes again with his compliments. I should be used to them by now, but lately whenever he compliments me, I cannot stop myself from feeling flattered. When I look into his eyes, I can almost see my reflection in them. Without realizing, I look away from him, feeling my breath stop short before I can breathe out. Are you sick, Princess? You look a little flushed. Princess? He removes his finger. He does not, however, step back. I am still aware of his lips, so close to mine, and his eyes, which are still looking right at me. This feels different than your usual resistance. Could it be that you're embarrassed? Please, no. Yes, she is. He clears his throat and starts speaking again. In any case, it's so nice to have you back, Princess. I missed you while you were sleeping day in and out. You missed me? We have friends all over the margin. Yes, but none of them are you. You're special. My heart plunges like a rock. I can feel it everywhere in my body, reverberating from a place that doesn't feel like my chest. He lowers his face so that the two of us are seeing eye to eye. I forget to breathe as his hands go to my shoulders. Princess? Yes? I inhale sharply as I get a better look at Rumpel's face. Up until now, I have not stopped to look too closely at his features, but now I cannot stop my eyes from taking them in. Whenever you're sick again, I'll be there to help you, because I am a doctor, even if you might not believe it. All you'll ever really need is a little vitamin. Oh, God. That was so corny. Oh my God. I can't. I can't stop laughing. Oh God. That's so corny. Yeah, it's so funny. Oh, we didn't expect that. I need to calm down. Need to calm down. Oh God. I need to, okay. A little vitamin B. Moving on. In one precious moment, every single bit of energy that had been between us vanishes. I stare blankly at Rumpel as he smiles at me. Even she's not good. She's like, why would you? Oh God, I need to calm down. Ooh. No? I thought that one was actually good too. It was. It was too corny. It made me laugh. Oh, God. Oh, God, he's so sweet. I just want to hug this man. Rumpel pulls his hand away, defeated. I suddenly feel strangely upset. What was I expecting from him? What else could have he said? Suddenly, I'm eager to look away from him. I look anywhere but at him, and eventually my eyes fall on a piece of paper. I recognize the name printed on the top, along with Rumpel's signature and the response lying to it, next to it. Rumpel moves to stand in front of the desk once more. Ah, that's... You were still writing to Bria? I sent her a letter asking for my old journals. I'm convinced that that's where the last of my memories are, but... She refuses to give them to me. I glance at Bria's letter, my eyes scouring the words. I make a mental note of the address on the envelope. But don't worry, Princess. I'll figure it out, but for now... He reaches for me, but I duck out of the way of his hand. I have to do this now, while the address is still fresh in my head. I just remembered there is something I need to do. But Princess, I will see you tomorrow. I pause at the doorway to glance at Rumpel. See you tomorrow, Princess. Sweet dreams. Good night, Rumpel. Oh, we're going to seek her now, I guess. Or not. I thought we were going to seek her. Anyway, done. I seal the envelope over the letter I have been writing since I woke up. And now I have it delivered. After I have the letter sent off with a messenger, I return to my work for the day. It starts first with Mr. Broom, then with the serving. I look for Rumpel, knowing that it is now his time off, and I'm surprised when I see him sitting not with other women, but with Karma. Ooh, I see. Are you two? No, I'm joking. I wouldn't ship them for the life of me. But to see him sitting with Karma and not fighting puts a smile on my face. The two of them are laughing together. Oh, yes, see, they're starting friendship. Yay. Friendship. I guess that advice isn't too terrible. I give the best advice, darling. I'm a man of heart. Perhaps not as much as I am, but I can give you credit when it's due. What are you two talking about? Princess. Well, hello there, Princess. Oh, Karma, I miss you. Karma's mischievous smile confuses me. Even Rumpel looks surprisingly shaken. Oh, was he planning something for Lucette? Or Retta? Oh, God, that'd be so... Oh, God. Oh, he was asking Karma for advice. That's too sweet, okay? That's adorable, okay? I'm pretty sure that advice is for us, okay? You did not answer my question. We are talking about matters related to the heart. Of course you are. I took it upon myself to impart valuable advice to Rumpel. You are giving Rumpel advice? Even though you two are always at each other's throats? Huh! Even the bitterest enemies can become beloved friends. All it takes is a shared interest. I have no idea what you are talking about. But before I could say anything, I am swept up by Delora, who calls me back to work. Bye! The day goes on, and soon is almost my break. I go to the front to see if the messenger has returned yet. Oh, Princess, there's a letter here for you. I did not expect a response. I open it up and stare down at the letter for a long time. Writing letters to a secret lover, Princess? Hi! Rumpel appears behind me, his smile unusually small. He looks almost hesitant to be standing there. It is not important. It is very important. I stuff the letter into my pocket and continue working. For the rest of the day, I ignore Rumpel. I do not want him to ask me about this letter, just in case things do not go according to plan. He is obviously disheartened by my ignoring him, and his sadness only persists in making me feel guilty. This is not something he can know about, otherwise he will try to stop me. Almost everyone has gone to their rooms, including a very saddened Rumpel. The only people remaining are Anise and myself. Earlier, Waltz came in insisting that he speak to Delora and Parfait, and so the three of them are all off talking in the other room. Curiosity gets the better of me, and soon I find myself sweeping closer to the door. I edge it open quietly with my foot so that I can see what is happening inside. I didn't think he was still alive. This is very troubling. He must have used a glamour. But the fact that I didn't realize it was him, is that the princess I spot peeping through the door. Oh, we got caught. Dang it. I try to hide, but all of the eyes in the room catch me before I can do so. Do you eavesdrop on people often, Rena? I had no real reason to eavesdrop on them besides my own curiosity. It's no harm done, Delora. Rena, are you almost done with your chores? Ever since that conversation with Parfait and Delora, I have noticed that the words Parfait and I speak to each other are strained. Delora, however, is unchanged. I expect sarcasm from her now, but she does not deliver. She simply stands still and looks at me somberly. I am. And what are you all talking about? Hiding more things from me? No. Maybe. Excuse me. We were talking about the rumors that have been going around about the palace. What have you heard? I have a right to know what is happening at the palace. We would tell you if we knew for certain, Princess. Walt sighs as he runs a hand through his hair. I know the timing doesn't seem right, but I really should show myself out. I have a show early morning tomorrow. He glances around at all of us. I'm going to excuse myself for the night. Good night, everyone. As he passes by me, he smiles. And to you, Princess. And to you too, Princess. Bye, Walt. Once again, everyone is being secretive. They're talking about Mythros, I presume, because Mythros is the witch. Yeah, of course, we all knew that, especially from Fritz's route. I hate him. Why the sour face, Princess? Are you worried about what happens to the people in the palace you cared nothing for? Delora! Okay, that was uncalled for. But really, though, there is something I've been meaning to tell you. Since you're here now, I may as well say it. I knew you for 1 year before I cursed you. I saw what your mother had done to you, and I knew I needed to undo the damage before your birthday. Why is she talking about this now? I called you cruel and wicked, when really I knew that the way you were was caused by the way your mother brought you up. And when we talked about Hildire the other day, I was unfair in what I said to you. We all have to face reality, but... Laura pauses, looking surprisingly solemn. She sighs, then continues. I always knew you had some good in you. I saw it in you when you spoke to your dolls. You have a good heart. Many people enjoy flattery, Princess, and a lot of people are receptive to flirting. But nothing can measure up to a genuine compliment. Delora just complimented me? Save? Well, of course I'll say thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Out of all people, I did not expect Delora to compliment me. Now when she makes a point of always telling me the blunt truth. Thank you. There's no shock on Parfait and Delora's faces when they smile at me. I'm beginning to think you and Delora are alike. You're both stubborn and have good in you, but you hide it behind sarcasm. Hey, Rena and I are nothing alike. I feel lighter somehow. I do not know if I've forgiven Delora just yet, but her cursing me has led me to see many things I would not have seen before. I owe her nothing, but I am still happy, even if the truth hurts. Oh, what's this? My lovely little princess is in here with you too? Hi. Ah, Rumpel, you're early tonight. Surprised to see me, beautiful? Please don't. Rumpel's early anxiety is gone. He looks at me with unbridled enthusiasm. I heard the princess thank you from a distance. The words are always most beautiful when leaving her mouth. See, you are also eavesdropping. You two are very alike. In some ways, I guess. Not at all. Rumpel leans towards me and smiles. My dream is to one day hear those words from you too, because you say them as gentle as the wind. If you're here to talk to Buffet about medicine, then I'm out. Rena, you should leave too. Well then, sleep well, beautiful maidens. Bye! I quickly finish my chores and return to my room, where I lay on my bed contemplating tomorrow. I cannot believe Bria wrote back to me. Tomorrow we'll meet with her and hopefully she will agree to give me his journals. I hope this works. For Rumpel's sake. Yay! We might get the journals back. Chapter 8. Chevalier? I think it says. I don't even know myself. Anyways, okay, that is actually a good stopping point for today. We will continue more of Cinderella Phenomenon in the next video. We are nearing the end, guys. We got 2 more chapters. Yeah, 2 more chapters. Okay. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys like to see more of my videos, then click subscribe. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!